to the next letter in the framework with letter S, which stands for sustainability and social impact. So, cooperatives have their duty to ensure sustainability and to ensure their services to the community where they operate. So, how can, in your opinion, sir, ano ang papel ng ethical leadership and responsible governance towards ensuring the sustainability of cooperatives?
Ethics are inherited, and they will be inherited and given to the next generation. Once ethics are seen as the way it should be, good, full of integrity, full of honesty, fairness, and transparency, I think this kind of ethics will be inherited by the next generation of leaders. My point of saying that is the leaders right now should become a model for the next generation to come. Because once these characteristics, good characteristics and ethical standards are seen, witnessed by this young generation, they would definitely follow this. And the success and the sustainability of the co-op is assured.
Thank you, sir. So, kung ano ang tinuro sa kanila, yun ang gagawin at gagawin din ng mga susunod na henerasyon.
Correct.
Kaya kung mali ang itinuro, mali ang kanilang
Possibly.
gagawin. Yes.
Possible.
Oo. So, yun. It's important that the leaders of today should ensure that ethical principles of ethical leadership and responsible governance are always upheld.
Yes.
Okay. So, talking about social impact, sir, what can cooperatives contribute to broader issues like food security, social protection, maybe climate change adaptation, and inclusive development?
Well, cooperatives are social enterprises. We are not business enterprises. And let me put it this way, that the members are just looking at the dividend rate and patronage refund rate. But they should think more than that. Because cooperatives, day to day, are already contributing to the 17 sustainable goals. Employment, gender equality, climate change, where most, if not all co-ops in the Philippines have contributed small, big, and very good endeavors in terms of protecting, preserving our environment. The gender equality, where women leadership are also recognized in cooperatives. Employment, because every single centavo that we release, that the cooperative release as loan to their members, is already one way of ensuring that that member is going to be employed, even if it's in a very short period of time. So my point is, we are a contributor to the 17 sustainable goals. What we really need to do is to really document this, unite this, and maybe come up with a good documentation so that we can proudly say that these are our contributions. I am even praying that in the next State of the Nation address of the President, hopefully the cooperative efforts and contributions to the development of our country be included, hopefully by our His Excellency, our President.
Yes, sir. So we join you in dreaming that in every zona of any president, the contributions of cooperatives to economic development, to social development, and other facets of the economy will be recognized. So let's keep our fingers crossed,
Yes.
sir. Okay, so we now come to the last letter of our Co-op-RISE framework. So the letter E, which stands for empowerment. So CDA wants an empowered cooperative sector. So in your opinion, sir, or in your own pagkakaintindi nito, what is an empowered cooperative sector?
An empowered cooperative sector is something that is sustainable, and they are addressing the primary needs of their members. I also believe that an empowered cooperative is an empowered CDA. An empowered cooperative sector can be a product of an empowered cooperative development authority. An empowered co-op is also someone or something that contributes to the development of a certain community where they operate. And an empowered cooperative can transact and consult and even influence some of the local and national decisions that governs cooperatives and their activities. So that's what I call an empowered cooperative sector.
And that's what we all dream of. Okay, sir. So you have said also in one of your speeches that CDA should be for the cooperatives and not the other way around. Ano po yun, sir? Ano po yung hugot noong statement na yon?
My point of saying that is the Cooperative Development Authority was established, organized, because of the cooperative sector. And by that, we should be doing, our prime mission is to serve the cooperative sector. I teach strategic planning, and one of the definition of coming up with a mission statement is the reason for being. You answered a mission statement by identifying your reason for being. So what's the reason for being of the CDA? Is to serve the cooperative sector. And that's the very reason why we were organized. That's why I quoted that kind of statement. And it's also one way of changing the mindset of the cooperative sector. That we're here, not as their enemy, but we're here because we wanted to help and serve them. Yes.
Sir, because the cooperatives, they are in whose name and for whose cause the CDA exists.
Yes.
Diba? Sila yun.
Sila yun. Yes.
Kaya meron tayo. Kaya meron CDA,
yes,
because they are there. Sir, since we're now on the last letter of the framework, what should be the priorities also of CDA for the internal organization so that it can deliver these programs to our cooperatives?
Me is talent improvement and development. I think the sector should not be, we should be at par with the sector in terms of talent. Hindi tayo natatalo. So I go with personal development. I even suggested customer care as part of the regular courses that we will have. As part also is to send our staff, qualified staff, capable staff, to international trainings so that their knowledge and skills could be further enhanced. And once a knowledgeable and more skillful CDA staff are here, I definitely expect a better delivery of services of the Cooperative Development Authority. Further, we should also look at how we govern and how we produce or make memorandum circulars. That's why, again, I am reminded of the very powerful word consultation in all the MCs and promulgations and resolutions that we would do in the future, that we should be assuring that these are all well consulted with the sector. Yes.
Okay, sir. So, when we talk about CDA, what's your vision for CDA before your term ends?
I would like to see a more likable CDA after my term. More responsive and more consultative. And that's my dream. Once we have these three beautiful things, I think we will be successful in all other endeavors that we will do.
Very well said. Thank you for that candid answers. And before we wrap up our discussion for this afternoon, we would have some rapid fire questions, sir. Are you ready? So, what's your message to the youth in cooperatives?
They get involved. They should get involved. They have nothing to lose. They have more to gain.
Take note, youth out there. So, one word to describe your leadership style.
Open and more consultative leader. I respect the opinion and suggestions of other people and other leaders.
Okay, so do you have a famous quotation or a principle or a philosophy that guides you now in your role as CDA chairperson?
This is my favorite, and this is from John Maxwell. The rise and fall of any organization is very dependent on leadership. If your leaders are good, the organization will be successful. But if your leaders are not that good or bad, the organization will fall down. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, in closing, any final message to the CDA and to the cooperative community?
For the CDA, let's continue what we do. I think we're doing a good job. Let's focus on the things that the co-op sector wants. And as I always say, the success of the cooperative sector is the success of the CDA. Now, for the cooperative sector, look at us as a friend, not an enemy. Look at us as a partner, not as a competitor. And look at us as your co-worker in the development of the cooperative sector in our country. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, Yusek Alex, for such a very inspiring and substantial discussion. Clearly, under your leadership, we are aiming for a CDA that champions cooperative, one that is consultative, responsive, and truly pro-cooperative. To our viewers, thank you for joining us today on Co-op Kapihan. Let's all take part in the Co-op Rise journey. Until next time, mabuhay ang kooperatiba!